I'm Comfort Love.
And I'm Adam Withers, and we make comics.
The way we do it is very unique. We do everything together. For instance, we both write, both draw.
Both color, both letter. We are the two-headed hydra of comics. I hesitate to say comics is a unique business, but it is a special business in that, unlike almost any other that I can think of, when people read comics, when kids read comics, they want to make comics. Almost every kid who gets into comics when they're little immediately starts drawing stories right away. Even adults, it inspires creativity. And that's why we do what we do. We were inspired to this kind of creativity to tell these stories. And that doesn't happen in a lot of other places.
Being able to be that person, to write something that someone reads and feels like their life is somewhat different for having read it, that is the most amazing and fascinating feeling. And just being able to talk to the fans, to see what they think and see what their thoughts on the characters and the stories were and how they interpreted it is so just interesting that it makes you want to keep on creating.
Now, this is not something I think any couple could do. But I think that all of the things that make for a successful business partnership make for a successful marriage. And all the things that make for a successful marriage make for a successful business partnership.
It's never that, it's my way's great or your way's great and one or the other will win out. It's what is the third option? What's the middle? How do we find that and make something great out of both of us instead of just one of us? When we do stories, we're actually both talking about them for weeks, months, maybe even years before we write down the first page.
So every day, we go out on the trail behind our house and we go walking, talking about stories, talking about ideas for things, different scenes, whatever. Whatever is going on in that moment, we'll work it out. Storytelling is a conversation. And in telling the story ideas back and forth to each other, we're figuring out how to tell the story to somebody else. Something that we'll do is we've got a board where we lay out all of the plot points for a story. And we throw them up on the board issue by issue so you can see where are the holes, how long is it taking to get this storyline across, is this issue way too crowded, do we need more space, that sort of thing.
And when we have something like that, then we can take it and we can put it into that outline and we can say, what's the movement of this story?
Right. Our devotion to our stories is devotion to our fans because they deserve 100% of what we have to give because they've given us so much. In comics, if any comic is doing well, we're all doing better. If your comic succeeds, that means there's that many more people excited about reading comics who might also find my book. So by helping you do better, by helping all these other people do better, it helps me do better too, because it gets more butts in the seats, it keeps more people interested in this hobby that we all share.
And doing our best and making something that hopefully can be truly great is one of our biggest ways of saying thank you for being there and thank you for reading. And I hope you stick around for more because we're just going to keep trying to do better and better.